All right, Bob, we get started, please.
Okay, Eric, I know that's obviously not what you're looking for. Just what was your overall assessment?
We're through 3 SEC games. We're not playing. We've been here 4 years, and we've been a team that's been super tough-minded. We've been a team that competes. We've been a team that battles. We've been a team that has grit, and we have not done that this year at all.
Today you guys got to a really bad start. You switched to the zone. It worked for a little while, but how'd you think the zone worked? And I'm trying to remember the last time you played a zone.
Yeah, I haven't played zone at all since I've been in college. But we're not guarding anybody one-on-one. So the thought process was to put a zone in yesterday and try to help us with dribble drives. It helped for a little bit, Bob, as a change of pace. It maybe slowed Florida down for half a little bit. But just as in any zone and man, you got to be able to guard either the guy in your area or the guy you're assigned to, whether it's man or zone. And our inability, to play defense, to take away the three really doesn't matter. I mean, we gave up, 9 threes the other night. Playing Georgia when we were man to man, we went zone tonight, gave up 9 threes. And, we need to play with like our past teams have. And this group just does not grasp concepts, whether it's man or you put in a zone. So really happy with the play of Layden Blocker and Joseph Pinion. Those guys, one of them's +2, one of them's -1. I just thought they played hard. I thought they played the right way, and their numbers are indicative of that. That's why their plus-minus is what it is, and it wasn't like they just played insignificant minutes. I mean, those guys did play 21 minutes and 24 minutes. So proud of our 2 young guys on how they battled.
And Dave, sorry, go ahead.
Come back to you, Bob.
Yeah, Eric, you just mentioned, Pinion and Blocker there. I mean, does their play maybe give you something to think about in terms of like switching up, the rotations moving forward here in the next couple of games?
Well, Hutch, I think we've changed up a lot of things, a lot. I mean, I think we've changed the starting lineup. We've tried different things, but certainly those 2 young men tonight, because they played hard, we'll probably look to go to them earlier than we have in some of these past games. At some point, you're going to play some young guys, and certainly tonight that's what I look to do. And younger players, when you're not playing like you hope, that's the next thing you're going to turn to as one of the alternatives after you've gone through about 15 other alternatives, which we've tried. I mean, we've tried a whole bunch of stuff. We've already mentioned we've never played a zone in 10 years. We're trying everything. We've tried different starting lineups. The one constant with Layden Blocker has been that he plays really hard. And the one constant that Joseph Pinion has exhibited through 2 years is he will try to run our offense and try to do things within the framework of who we are. Sometimes athletically, Joseph might have a matchup that's not advantageous, but he's got heart, he's got character, and he's a guy that tries and plays up to his ability.
And I'm not sure what the final numbers ended up being, but at halftime, I think y'all were 4 of 16 on layups and dunks. Just what do you think contributed to that? Is that something that you've put an emphasis on at practice, or just how do you improve that moving forward?
Well, I don't know if I can improve it. I mean, I would love to tell you, did we do drills because we knew that they go vertical really well? Absolutely, we did. We had 2 different stations even this morning. So did we work on it? Did we talk about it? Yeah. Having said that, and I don't have the layup stats, but, Joseph took it in there, and he might have missed 1 or 2, and so did everybody else. And certainly Layden took it in there, and I know Layden missed 1 or 2, but I thought they went in there with authority. I thought they tried to get into the body of the secondary defender. They didn't shoot floaters. you know, they tried to get to the rim and much respect to those guys to absorb contact and not try to avoid contact.
Bob?
Yeah, Eric, according to stat broadcast, it was 10 of 28 on layups, 3 of 5 on dunks. I know TV took one in there, maybe got fouled and didn't get the call, but
Bob, I can't teach making dunks and layups. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I got to do a better job with this group, but finishing around the rim, doing it with physicality is something that we got to get better at. You know, sometimes you can help by diagramming a play and you get a guy in a scoring area, which is obviously in the paint. And then at some point, you know, you got to finish in there as well. So we'll continue to try to drill it. We'll continue to show it on film. We'll continue to try to talk about it. You know, and then we'll just continue to try to develop some of our younger guys as well.
and I know you and Todd Golden are friends. That doesn't mean you don't hate losing to him, I'm sure. But just what you think of the way Florida bounced back from a pretty rough game at Ole Miss, and Kugel, I guess, barely played, and he had a big game day. Kind of what you think of Florida overall, and then Kugel in particular.
Yeah, I thought, you know, Riley played great. He's a super talented young man. And you know, Todd Golden, I've said it over and over. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country. I think it was a great hire by Florida, by their athletic director to you know, to give someone an opportunity who was at the University of San Francisco. That's a great identification by an administration to identify a really good coach who was young, who was not from the area. And you know, much respect to Florida's administration to make a hire that, you know, with somebody that's for sure outside the box in the SEC, and he's going to prove over time that he's one of the best coaches in the league.
And then I know we've talked. You guys have been through these road starts before, different team, different season, but the one common denominator is you know, you've been through this. Kind of how do you try to navigate this now and get things turned around? And do you feel like it's doable, realistic?
Well, this group is, you know, does not have the characteristics of our past 4 years. I mean, you know, you can see that. And, you know, we have a lot of holes in a lot of different areas. You know, so our job as a staff will be continue to do what we can, try to provide teaching points, to try to, you know, continue to give scouting reports that are effective. You know, and that's what we're supposed to do is continue to try to get guys better and get the collective whole better.
But and also Davenport, what you gave him a start. Obviously, he seems to bring energy. What'd you think of his game?
Yeah, I thought in the first half, JD did a phenomenal job offensively. You know, but the theme of the game, you guys, was rebounding. You know, that was the one thing that, you know, I told the team that I thought if we out rebounded them, we would win the game, and that was the sole focus that we could try to control. And you know, JD played 25 minutes and didn't have a rebound, and then his plus minus, you know, was minus 25. But while he was on the floor, but he did a great job offensively. He you know, he scored 13 points in the first half. And the thing with JD is he's got energy. He's got a good vibe about himself. He's a really good young man that you know, is playing with effort and energy. It's just, you know, tonight we needed rebounding, you know, from everybody. But I did think offensively, he stretched the floor out. I thought he played with great confidence offensively as well in that first half. And he had 3 assists, which is, we only had 8, so he had 3 of them.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.